Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Okay, so these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so again, thanks for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscriptions to my channel. It gets my message out there to a wider audience, to anyone who might need to hear them. But again, take into consideration that these are collective readings. Okay, so we've got Hierophant in reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse. So this could be a corrupt leader, this could be a judge, a corrupt government organisation, this could be a corrupt church leader. Ace of Swords in reverse who likes to lie. To stop, we've got the Four of Wands, to stop some sort of unity, to stop some sort of reunion in local hometown, alright? Queen of Cups in reverse. They're very narcissistic, so we've got maybe some sort of judge, or the wands there, some sort of judge, corrupt government, okay, who likes to lie, to stop some sort of unity in hometown, to stop some sort of celebrations or unity, likes to lie. Okay, they're in a Queen of Cups in reverse energy. Okay, but we have got Taurus, we have got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, but they like to lie to stop some sort of like reunions or unity. We've got Hermit, Virgo, okay, and then we've got Page of Swords. So this like government, this Hierophant in reverse, very narcissistic, very emotionless is what I'm getting, but likes to emotionally abuse people. With this Hermit, Virgo, they are hacking laptops, they are hacking email addresses, they are hacking phones, and with a Page of Swords, they're spying, okay? They are spying. I forgot to charge my phone, but it should be alright for a bit. It's on 20%. So they're spying, they're hacking emails, okay? Maybe they're lying to have someone getting watched, okay? To try and stop some sort of unity, to try and stop some sort of celebrations. They're spying, hacking laptops is what I'm getting with this laptop here. Hacking accounts, social media accounts, spying. Alright, yeah, we've got Temperance in reverse. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the Justice card. Alright, so they could either be losing their jobs, alright, or they took some sort of work. They could work in the justice system, but there is going to be justice surrounding this, alright? They've been lying. They could have took some sort of work, look. Got this person at a computer, somebody's like written work, they could have took some sort of work. Temperance in reverse, they could have tried to make out like this pet lied and tried to make out like this person is mentally unstable, but they're very demonically possessed, yeah. The secret's been revealed. They took some sort of work. Look at this, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The secret's been revealed, alright? It is being revealed. King of Cups. They got onto a Babylao, alright, a Babylao, or a Babylao, alright, they got onto a Babylao, a dark practitioner, somebody who works within, oh look at the top of here, who works within like hospitals to change medical records, okay, and to tamper with medical records. We've got Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, because there's no love connection there between this person. Yeah, they're a coward, this Babylao. This corrupt, dark practitioner who works within medical, okay? Maybe some sort of psychiatrist or a doctor. Two of Wands in reverse. They're a coward. Queen of Wands in reverse. Jezebel type of energy. Dark witch. Eight of Wands. Could be linked into some sort of motorcycle club. They could be with the Queen of Pentacles. Going to dark witches. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Cups in reverse. A lot of like dark witchy, dark warlock energy. Yous could have travelled. They wanted some sort of Four of Swords. This masculine or feminine to be in isolation. Isolation spells, okay? Because they was committed to persistently doing spell work. So they're committed to persistently doing spell work. It's what they're passionate about. Okay, they're very passionate about that. And they're trying to stop some sort of forward movement. Six of Swords in reverse. Because they don't want to give the money to this work back, this generational wealth. So they're trying to stop some sort of forward movement. But as I've placed this, I've placed it under justice. So somebody is working in the justice system. Six of Cups in reverse. They're very childish. Okay, so we've got doctors, we've got nurses, we've got psychiatrists, we've got corrupt law, okay, trying to stop some sort of union, because they took some sort of work, some sort of generational wealth, and the secret's been revealed that they work with demons, okay, and this Babylon or dark practitioner has changed several different medical records before, okay, several different medical records before. The Hanged Man in reverse, they're very unenlightened. They're very unenlightened, and with the Hanged Man in reverse and the Four of Swords there, they've probably got involved in poisoning people before. Yeah, that's what they're passionate about. They're passionate about poisoning people to death in hospitals. Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Devil card. A Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, and the Magician card in reverse. So they do Baphomet rituals and they do black magic. They're very passionate. They do Baphomet rituals inside of mental hospitals too. Okay. The Queen of Swords in reverse with this Eight of Wands. They're lying on some sort of documents. They're lying in the courtroom and they're doing some sort of incitement, provoking unlawful behaviour and urging someone to behave unlawfully, and they're trying to stop a case from going to trial because they don't want this justice to be served from what they've done, because they know they've been doing tampering, they know they've been doing some sort of stalking, spying, trying to delay justice because they took some sort of generational wealth, yeah, and they've been giving each other gifts out, you know what I mean, giving each other gifts with this wealth, buying each other gifts and trotting around, taking some sort of success for somebody else's work. Somebody who is in this with the Ace of Wands in reverse, they've got a limp noodle. They call themselves a player, alright, but they've got a limp noodle. Alright, so that's probably from spell work. They've got a limp noodle. And the only thing what gets them going down there is proper violent sex. So these are very dangerous people. The only thing what gets them going is violent sex. Here's the Pentacles in reverse. A lot of underhanded behaviour. Whenever this masculine or feminine works hard towards anything and building their wealth, they're coming on in and they're snatching it and they're trying to drain energy. We've got the Star card in reverse. They're trying to drain energy and trying to stop masculine or feminine from healing, because they're performing a lot of rituals and doing a lot of competition magic, okay? A lot of competition magic, a lot of rituals, a lot of hexes, and they love to play games. They do this all the time. They play mind games, so they do this within the hospitals, okay? They do this within like the councils, government, okay, corrupt law. They love to play games, okay? They love to backstab people. They love to hex people, because they love to take their wealth. They love to play games. They love to poison people. Oh, they love it. They love it. We've got a lot of bad karma, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and Three of Cups for performing these rituals. They've got a lot of hefty karma. They perform demonic, satanic rituals. We've got Three of Cups, the Moon card in reverse, the secret's been revealed, Temperance in reverse, that they play with demons to block and take blessings, a lot of underhand behaviour. Again, they drain people of their energy. They don't even feel bad about it either. They drain people of their energy. There's a lot of sleepless nights. So this person's worked hard, okay? They've had a lot of sleepless nights, okay? Because of this, masculine or feminine could have some sort of anxiety, which they like. They love it. 10-10, they love it. Even though they know this person with the full card is innocent, they don't care. That's what they get off on. A lot of heavy spell work, and they're under heavy judgment for manipulating everything. They're all going to get found guilty. They're all going to get found guilty, okay? They're all going to get found guilty. Every single one of them are going to get found guilty for poisoning, lying in some sort of court proceedings, okay? Trying to stop some sort of unity or celebration, or someone celebrated for their gifts, their skills, their talents and their work, and celebrating their own wealth because they took control of it. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. They've tried to literally swipe this masculine or feminine off their feet and thoroughly take their financial stability because they want this financial stability for themselves. Look, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And then we've got 10 of Cups of families involved. 2 of Swords in reverse. We're seeing right through this. And they, with a Page of Wands, spread nothing but bad news, backstab and lie about this person because they've got all of this generational wealth, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, and they don't want to give it back. They really don't. Because they don't like that one of their own family members is actually a star. They don't like it. They want to take this stardom. They want to take this fame. They want these gifts, okay? They want these gifts for themselves, okay? They want this recognition for themselves. They're paying for like some sort of spade, maybe. Maybe they're trying to dig a hole. Maybe something to do with water deities too. But something to do with they've dug themselves a hole, what they can't get out of. They're really jealous of their own family member being a star and being prosperous, okay? 7 of Pentacles in reverse and 5 of Wands in reverse. So it was recruiting a lot of people. It was a bad investment. It was a bad investment. They're all battling for prosperity, but it's not even theirs. But there's all romanticising and fantasising each other. We've got King of Cups in reverse. A Capricorn, not Capricorn, but Capricorn energy is there because the Devil card's there. So Capricorn could be involved. All star signs really, but they do death magic. Very strong, heavy death magic. Okay, we've got King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo or Taurus, 7 of Swords in reverse. They've been caught. They wanted to be seen as like all powerful or something. So what they've tried to do is take these gifts, skills and talents and this recognition for themselves, take this work with the 8 of Pentacles, take this generational wealth and performing rituals, okay, moon rituals, working with conjuring up demons, alright, with some maybe a corrupt church or corrupt government organisation or corrupt judges, and they're lying, getting black magic done, Queen of Swords in reverse, the Magician card in reverse, and then the Devil card. So they're very 3D, they're very materialistic, they're very toxic, and they're very chained to the mundane. They're very jealous. They want these gifts, these skills, okay? They want this recognition for themselves, and they're constantly doing nothing but lying. Nothing but lying. Heavy spell work. 9 of Wands in reverse. This family and this group, they want this masculine or feminine to let the guard down and let one of them back in again, so they can take some more prosperity and they can continue playing these games, alright? Because this is what they do, they play a lot of mind games, but they're all in reverse. But the justice is in upright, because this is not their stardom, it's not their fame, alright? They've all been celebrating together. They've all been partying, alright? Trying to take somebody else's destiny for themselves. Weirdos. Taking someone else's work, credits, and then trotting around, buying each other gifts and stuff like that. And wanting some sort of recognition for something what's not theirs. And I know how it feels because they've done it to me because of all my music. And like I say, one of my songs has got platinum in the UK and I've never received a single penny for any of my work, what I've done. My family's just took it all from me. Split it amongst themselves and paying for gang stalking and all that. So they're all under judgment. They're all under judgment. They're constantly, well, they've done several different sacrifices. Oh, Jesus Christ. They tried to sacrifice this masculine or feminine several different times, okay? They're constantly creating illusions and confusions with everything. They've tried to sacrifice this masculine or feminine several different times or more to keep hold of this generational wealth and some sort of recognition, but it's not their stardom, it's not their thing, but they dream about having this fame. They really do. Got 2 of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Fool card. So there's an ex involved in this. There was an absolute fool. Maybe wanted to get involved in some sort of inheritance insurance job, but it was a bad investment. So there's a lot of jealous people in family, exes, and hometown. 7 of Swords in reverse. They've been caught out. They've been caught out. It was a bad investment because now they've all been caught. Every single one of them have been caught, and every single one of them has been revealed as a coward. And every single one of them, with the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, it was a bad investment. Several different sacrifices they've made, okay? We've got the 10 of Wands in reverse and 10 of Swords. They was trying to end this masculine or feminine, and 10 of Wands in reverse, offload their karmic debt on this masculine or feminine so they could trot around with this recognition and with this wealth. 2 of Pentacles are very mentally unstable, but they could have tried to say, oh look, this masculine, oh look, no, don't listen to nothing. But 4 of Pentacles in reverse, they transferred money into their bank accounts with this wealth. They've all been getting involved in transferring money to their bank accounts. 8 of Swords, they're going to prison. 3 of Swords, they're going to be absolutely heartbroken. And with the Page of Cups in reverse and 10 of Swords, they're linking to some sort of child S abuse as well. They're linking to some sort of child S abuse as well. 5 of Wands in reverse and Knight of Swords in reverse. They always, with the 9 of Wands in reverse, wanted this masculine or feminine to let a friend back in, let a family member back on in, so they could keep battling and competing and sending more people towards masculine or feminine and battle and compete for destiny, what's not even theirs. 7 of Swords in reverse, they keep getting caught out, along with this ex, who was proper passionate about battling and competing for a destiny, what's not even theirs. Battling and competing, there's going to be some sort of good news. They've been caught trying to manipulate other people too. Look, 7 of Swords in reverse, I told you they've been caught. 2 of Cups in reverse, this ex, they've been caught trying to manipulate several other different people. The Hanged Man, 3 of Wands, 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords in reverse, and the 2 of Cups in reverse. They've been caught trying to manipulate several other different people to spy, to lie, to sacrifice this masculine or feminine because they've got all of some wealth what they really don't want to give back. And they're always trying to send people towards this masculine or feminine and attack them because they want this financial stability for themselves, this independence. 9 of Wands in reverse, let your guard down, let us in, let us romanticise and fantasise and bring it about with the spirit of death. So basically, anyone who this masculine or feminine lets in towards them because of their level of like fame or their success or their generational wealth and their work getting stolen, they just constantly romanticise and fantasise about bumping this masculine or feminine off to keep hold of this wealth so they don't have to go to prison because they'll be absolutely heartbroken having to give this money back. They're all under judgment. They've all been convicted in spiritual court. So we've just got to wait for this to get to a proper court where there's not going to be corrupt judges, corrupt lawyers, corrupt solicitors, and all that. Oh, these sick fucks will be on the news. They are on the edge. They thought you were an easy target. They're involved in RICO, racketeer, influence and corrupt organisation acts. There's a feminine energy in this. A matriarch, someone who wanted to be seen as a matriarch, one of the lead gang stalkers, one of the leaders doing black magic and romanticising and fantasising about bumping this masculine or feminine off because they're jealous of their star-like qualities, and they've also got some of this wealth transferred to their bank account, and they're heartbroken because they know they're going to go to prison. Them and their pals, friends could be involved. But a woman who is head of a family or tribe or organisation, they've been getting flight tickets with stolen money, and I told her they're constantly romanticising and fantasising about bringing about the spirit of death because they hired a hitman on the dark web, and they're caught in a web of lies. And as a mother, so this could be a blood mother, a foster mother, an adopted mother, or an ex's mother, or a friend and their mother. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So a large group conspiring against you, or this masculine or feminine, and because they romanticise and fantasise about bringing the spirit of death, they claimed you past to claim inheritance. So inheritance fraud. So they've already claimed this masculine or feminine's past, and they took some sort of inheritance for it. It's all BLOOD money. Could be a friend involved who always wants your missus or fella, and always wants to be. So there's like a psychotic friend who wants to be this masculine or feminine, and I can resonate with that as well. I can resonate. It's not nice. Fakes their own death or your death. So basically, I'm getting that they've already claimed this masculine or feminine as dead, but they're not. Wow. Wow. So they could have done a fake funeral. Wow. Yeah, they've got a hell of a lot of grufty karma. Like, a lot of grufty karma. A lot of grufty karma. A lot. So yeah, they are trying to stop a case going to trial because, well, they're never going to get out. They're never going to get out, are they? Are these ever going to leave fucking prison? Are the fuck, darling? No, they're not. Chariot in reverse. They're trying to hold back and talk to a sword. Block someone else's success. Block someone else's stardom. Block someone else's fame. Because they're fools. Because they're fools. Six of Cups in reverse. They're very childish. It's not their stardom. It's not their fame. Okay? It's not their generational wealth. It's not their work. Alright? They are one of these where they want to suck the light out of you. Even though they know you're innocent, they want to suck the light right out of you. They want to see this masculine or feminine just slip away. Seven of Swords in reverse, being caught out with that as well. Trying to just watch this masculine or feminine just slip away right in front of their eyes. Been caught out with that too. They've all been convicted, okay, in spiritual court, okay. They're all under judgment. They've all been convicted in spiritual court. So we've just got to wait to find a decent judge who is going to convict them in a court of law. Full community is involved. Not trying to set you up in a fight to be outnumbered. People aged 60 to 65 who need to grow the fuck on up. Okay, so this could be like this mother figure or what have you, who's 60 to 65, maybe could be stepmother, ex's mother, age 60 to 65 or something like that, and they don't want to give this money back. They're going to be heartbroken when they get sentenced in prison for their 6 sinister crimes because it's going to be hitting the news. An ex or a friend, their mother is involved. An ex or a friend, their mother is involved. Trying to silence you and others, but there's an informant in group chat, a video chat undercover. They've been trying to give out hush-hush money to people of this generational wealth what's not even theirs. No way. Always need multiple sex partners, uses all of them. Alright, so they're all just slamming each other. They're spreading herpes, they're spreading warts, HIV, AIDS, the lot. They're all just slamming each other and warting each other up. Alright? Slamming each other, hairpinning each other up. So many getting arrested for these crimes. They could actually maybe be getting arrested for deliberately, knowingly and willingly spreading some sort of STDs because I am getting warts or herpes. Where some of these people know they've got it and they're not telling the new partners, and they just water them up and hairpiece them up. Alright, so having withdrawals from your energy. So they've been trying to do some energy harvesting. We've got a sister who wants to roam round in their own siblings' energy and take recognition for their own siblings' work, and lying on their own sibling because they're jealous of their stardom and they want this generational wealth for themselves, this sibling. And they're also going to get found guilty, and they're going to be heartbroken, locked in prison, because this sibling, them and their pals, okay, and maybe their mother, this sister, their mother, so this could be a stepsister or a half-sister, okay, so maybe their mother is also going to get charged and convicted. They're going to be exposed for theft, so money laundering, and child what have you, and clergy, because I knew with that Page of Cups coming in reverse, I always see that 9 times out of 10 as child what have you, and it's come out. So a set of nonces have got hold of some wealth, which is very, very dangerous, because it's just dangerous. It's criminal enterprise, it's all crumbling and crashing down. Dirty law officials paid under the table. They will have to sell their homes to pay back. They've been going, catching these flight tickets, holiday resorts, swanning around. They have. But there's proof of this as well, though. There's proof of them swanning around on holiday. There's proof of this. There's proof of this. There's proof of them going out shopping and splash spending money, what was never even theirs to spend. And there's actually proof of all this. Somebody aged 15 to 20 involved. Splash spending, alright. Splash spending. Lying, alright. Splash spending. Lying, okay. Teaming on up together with pals, but with the moon card in reverse and temperance in reverse, and just going, oh, this person's just mentally unstable. Someone aged 15 to 20 is involved, and they've just been going, oh, they're just mentally unstable, because they've been transferring money to their accounts for Pentacles in reverse, and they don't want to let it go. They're going to be heartbroken, locked up in prison, because their plots, the plans, the schemes are exposed, and they want this masculine or feminine ending video uploaded to the dark web. And I knew there was a dark practitioner, a dark energy worker involved, and there's overwhelming amount of evidence, but trying to stop you from testifying because they're all in bed with each other. So then they pop on off and do some mental magic and do another attempted murder because they forced power of attorney over this masculine or feminine and took hold of all this wealth, and then tried to bump this masculine or feminine off several times or more, and it already declared this masculine or feminine as dead to do some sort of inheritance job, because they've got a corrupt doctor to poison this masculine or feminine to death and tamper them medical records and deliberately give out some sort of poison, and got corrupt nurses, corrupt doctors or what have you, to just stand over this masculine or feminine and watch them dying. But I'm getting they've survived. But because they've survived and they didn't really know that this masculine or feminine was going to survive, they already declared them as dead. And there was already celebrating, yay! But then they survived and they're like, what the fuck? They already survived. And they're like, what the fuck? Because these monsters, these psychopaths, they need revealing for who they really are, and they need hefty, long jail sentences because they've done stuff like this before to other people. Then we've got racketeering, dishonest and fraudulent business dealings, commercial profit, extortion and bribery. And here's the white collar crimes. Security fraud, cybercrime, because they've been hacking accounts also, okay, any work what this masculine or feminine's been trying to type on up or anything like that, alright, they've been hacking into account and trying to take that also, and also they've been from account to account to account to account to account, bullying, from fake accounts or bullying from their actual account and then getting rid of that account and then opening a new account and then stalking and spying from another account and then messaging from another account and bullying and then doing a shut up spell. Because they're called calculated killers and they are ritually abusing this masculine or feminine, and they're going to get beat up in prison for this. Because they've all joined some sort of a gang, cult or coven. Child abduction and kidnapping. So because of this wealth, okay, they have got hold of, kidnapped, okay, child abduction, they've done a separation spell, alright, trying to keep parent away from child or children, because this corrupt judge is involved in all of this, and it was all premeditated. This corrupt council, this corrupt law, they're all involved, and they don't want to go down. So then they've got hold of the kids, as if to be like, if you don't shut up, we're going to bump the kids off. So much injustice exposed. They don't want you to go public about them, because it's abuse of power. Abuse of power and just advantage of individuals, organisations or governments. So it's disgusting. And then, because they've got involved in a stolen identity, where they really want to take this masculine or feminine energy and claim some sort of recognition and what have you for work and this wealth, they're having an identity crisis. So they actually believe that they're this person. But the psychopaths, they're not all there in their heads. Oh, they bugger on off and they do love spells. Oh, teeth smashed in prison, need a dentist. Someone aged 50 to 55, so somebody's going to get the teeth smashed in prison. An enemy is getting raided, losing it all. They're going to get the teeth smashed in prison. They will try to plead insanity. Their friends who was involved. They thought money could buy happiness, sad inside, stressed and depressed. They are sad. Here's this counterfeit drugs, fake or falsified medicines containing harmful ingredients. So this is what this doctor and these corrupt psychiatrists and nurses have done, is they've give some sort of fake or falsified medicine, something containing harmful ingredients to try and bump this masculine or feminine off. This is why it's going to end up on worldwide news, okay? It's going to be exposed. They tried to BLOOD, sacrifice this masculine or feminine. Then they did fake court proceedings to create diversions and distractions. So constantly trying to lie and get this masculine or feminine pulled up to court on a pack of lies, okay, to create more stress, to create more diversions, to create more distractions so they can keep hold of all this money and keep frittering away. Because there's a lot of frittering. A lot. Drank too much and they thought there was gangster. So this is some people who are pissing it up the wall and all of a sudden they thought it was gangster. This could be this 20 to 25-year-old who drank too much and thought there was a bloody gangster pissing some money up the wall. I don't know. Gaslighting, a form of emotional abuse. And smear campaign. So this could be this 20 to 25-year-old. Smear campaign, plan to discredit a public figure, false accusations, because they're jealous of their own family member, jealous of their own frigging friend, and wanted to be this masculine or feminine handler, alright, and say, it's alright, I'll handle them, I'll assassinate their character, I'll chat a shit, I'll create a load of lies, and because I'm 20, 25, all these big men are going to go along with me because they're all a set of predators, and they're all dying for it. They're all dying for it. They're all dying for it. They are. So they've been swilling it down the beers and all stuff like that. Drinky, propped up at a bar. Pissing someone else's money up the wall. And trying to act like a bloody gangster. But they've got a lot of heavy karmic debt. A lot of heavy karmic debt. And they're doing go and end yourself spells. Because they're cold-hearted killers, along with this father. So this could be this masculine or feminine's father, who's a cold-hearted killer who keeps getting raided with pals. Because they seek full control and they do BLOOD rituals and BLOOD contracts and pacts with the devil. father, involved in doing separation spells. Wow. And paying people to switch up on you, because anybody, and I mean absolutely anybody, will switch up on anybody for a bag of weed, alright, a crack ball, some pills, alright, a bottle of fucking plonk, a few quid transferred into the bank account, a bit of cash in hand, yeah, and anybody will turn on anybody nowadays, because it's very rare for you to get somebody who's loyal, who's faithful, and who speaks the truth. It's very rare nowadays for that. They're trying to block this masculine or feminine destiny because they want it for themselves. It's very, 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 very rare. It's very rare. It's very rare. It's very rare. It's very rare. Stolen ID. Person to be this masculine or feminine on frigging dating websites. Oh my lord. Poison manipulation. Venom manipulation. Various toxins inflict negative effects upon target to cause total paralysis or even kill someone outright. So they've tried to poison this masculine or feminine to death. God knows how many times, because they've already claimed this person as dead and then put hits out on this person and death spells out on this person and go and end yourself spells and stuff like that. Because they don't want to give it back. And they've used ID, birth certificate, social security number to open up a bank account, identity theft, fraudulent practice of using another's name and personal information in order to obtain credit and loans, and then opening up like bank accounts, okay? And they full on took this masculine or feminine's full identity and posing to be them online, in a bank as well, and transferring money. Wow. And a father's involved in doing this. God's army exposing them all. A divine masculine protects you, or this masculine or feminine, and the good law officials are closing in on the karmics, and they will get life in prison. They fell under their own illusions, and they're always paying for dark spell work. Eastern Stars are involved. Lady Masons. Eastern Stars, Lady Masons, they're involved. Okay, that could be why there's a feminine energy here as well. It doesn't have to be feminine, but there is Eastern Stars involved. There could also be Freemasons, or the, it was 37. I couldn't get there. Ow! So, yeah, feminine energy, a corrupt judge, an Eastern Star who's also been involved. She's cold-hearted, she's very cold-hearted. But there is Freemasons too. Paper trail, forged docs found caught. They bump innocent animals off too. Your ops need a lawyer. Okay, paying for a shit ton of readings. And then when it says, oh, this masculine, feminine, they're going to get justice. Like, we're not having that. More black magic, more death spells, more go and end yourself spells, more try and lock this person up in prison, or more try and lock this person up in a hospital and poison them to death. And there's a lot of people in this energy trying to compete to be this masculine or feminine all the time. And pure evil family members are being exposed. Death Hex backfired, now Grim Reaper is coming for them. Scary. Oh, look. Tried to spread incurable diseases deliberately. So could have tried to give something to masculine or feminine, to give them an incurable disease, okay? So they just die of a disastrous disease. Or, they've all been slamming each other because they're all in bed with each other. And then they've all been spreading herpes and warts and AIDS. So they are on the phone to prison pals talking about you. So they've got some prison pals. This could already be someone who's locked up, okay? Somebody in this connection, they're always on the blower to prison pals. And they're trying to recruit some prison pals to hate on this masculine or feminine and lying to them and maybe giving them some money and transferring money into their accounts too. Okay, so grooming, alright? We've got grooming. We've got grooming type of energy. Stolen real estate, linking to dangerous driving, and they're all partners in crime. Even using children to attack you or this masculine or feminine. I don't know. Then we've got embezzlement, theft of funds placed in one's care, trust or belongings to one's employer. A type of financial fraud where someone takes money or assets that were entrusted to them and uses them for a different purpose than for what intended. So with this false power of attorney, they've poisoned this masculine and feminine, they've tried to kill them. Look, they've been given SEXUAL, favours for immunity. Oh yeah, 60 to 65-year-olds involved, sexual favours for immunity. Pure evil, just like their pals. Ugh. This could be happening in the United Kingdom, but again, you know, around the world, basically. People aged 55 to 60 all need to grow the fuck on up, don't they? They need to grow on up. They'll be arrested for trying to set you up, so they're trying to set this masculine or feminine up. There's a lot of psychological warfare, actions intended to reduce an op's moral. A lot of gaslighting, a lot of mental abuse, a lot of emotional abuse, a lot of poisoning, a lot of putting icks out, a lot of black magic, a lot of ritualistic abuse, because they don't want to give this money back, and they're going to be heartbroken when they're locked up in prison for life. Some of them are going to get their teeth smashed out, some of them are going to get their heads stamped on, and the jaws are going to get snapped and stuff like that. 41, because I was seeing it earlier, like, just someone just stamping on someone's face, yeah, this family. 10 of Cups in reverse, this dysfunctional family, okay, who've got involved in kidnap, child abduction, and then robbing this wealth. Someone's going to get their face stamped on in prison, and the jaw's going to get snapped. Someone's going to get the teeth smashed out, okay, from this evil family. 7 of Swords in reverse who's been caught out. This evil family collaborating together in order to sacrifice this masculine or feminine, okay. 6 of Swords in reverse to stop this forward movement. 10 of Pentacles in reverse because they love the thought of having this generational wealth for themselves and do some sort of inheritance, insurance job on top of that, and already declared this masculine or feminine to be dead. This is why they've got a shit ton of bad karma, and this is why the secrets have been revealed, that they was collaborating and celebrating together, performing these rituals to stop some sort of unity, and sacrificing to stop some sort of unity, animals and everything, to stop, because they've got older child or children, alright, and they're not willing to give child or children back in one piece, is what I'm getting. So they're even stalking and spying the children, because they know that they took the children's wealth and eggs, okay, and they're stalking and spying child or children. Queen of Wands in reverse, and Hermit Virgo energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay. Cloaks being dropped, okay. They're nothing but a dark witch, but they've been trotting around acting all successful because they took hold of some sort of money. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, okay. Could have bought some plants, but obviously there's a lot of different star signs in this. You know, there's Libra there, every single star sign, because there's quite a lot of people involved. 43, so because there's a lot of people involved, there will probably be every single star sign involved, alright. Because we've got Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus and Leo. Yeah, so we've probably got some plants. They've probably got some stuff, you know, some plants and stuff in the gardens, maybe some vegetables in the gardens, but when they go to prison, they're going to end up being a bloody vegetable inside the prison, because they're just going to keep getting battered, because someone's going to get their teeth smashed out, someone's going to get the, like, someone's going to get the face stamped on for all the evil acts and evil deeds, and because it's going to end up hitting the news, 4433, a lot of people's going to know. And because they know they're guilty, they're going to be passionless with fighting back. Yeah. And because they know they're guilty and there's just going to be people closing in on these evil family members and their pals. Aries, Leo, a Sagittarius energy who's been trying to block justice because they've been doing a lot of hexes, very strong, heavy hexes. Could be a witch or a warlock, doing a lot of strong, heavy hexes. But their cloak's been dropped and they're being revealed, okay? They've proper been trying to outnumber this masculine or feminine, have them backed into a corner, and they've been doing a lot of crown chakra attacks. And with the 9 of Cups, they've been doing a lot of dream magic, but this money's coming back. 8 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. Okay. It's coming back. So it could be like independent business and, you know, the fruits of somebody else's labour, and they're going to prison. Maybe they're going to get some sort of compensation, they're going to get their wealth back, and then they're going to have their own financial stability. We've got King of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who's been caught on out. Maybe doing some sort of Baphomet rituals, because 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, and then the Devil card, being caught out doing some sort of Baphomet rituals. And this dysfunctional family, 10 of Cups in reverse, the Moon card in reverse, and the Death card, they've been doing death magic, death hexes, and working with some sort of water deities and conjuring up demons and stuff like this, and they're being caught out. This is a different Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there's a few different water signs involved. Okay? A few different water signs involved. Hierophant in reverse, they could be linking to a corrupt church or something like that, a satanic church. Queen of Swords in reverse and 3 of Wands. They're always looking to try and find somebody who's going to lie on this masculine or feminine. Lie. Keep lie. You keep lie. Queen of Wands in reverse. Jezebel. A Tower in reverse. They drain people's energy. So then, because they're working with like low vibrational energies, like devils and demons, all they do is they take energy from each other and drain people, even child or children, drain them of their energy to can't get it out. They're going to be passionate. To drain them of their energy to feed this entity, to feed this devil, to feed this demon, to feed this Jezebel. But they've made a deal with. Because 10 of Wands in reverse, they want to offload their karmic debts. But with the 7 of Cups, they've done this several times or more, and several different hexes and curses have been broken, and they've gone back. And they're really, with the 3 of Swords in reverse, they're real depressed about it. An Emperor could be an Aries. It doesn't have to be an Aries, but they're going to get found guilty along with a Libra, Gemini and Aquarius, and maybe quite possibly even getting convicted with the Magician card in reverse, doing black magic with this Dark Witch who wants to drain people's energy, and with a Fool card in reverse, drain them of their youthfulness. Drain them of their youthfulness, but we did get they are attacking kids. Yeah, so they will drain the child or children of their youthfulness, and they will suck them fucking dry. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius loves to do black magic. The Wild card in reverse to a proper karmic, and they could be linking to this corrupt judge or judges, corrupt council, corrupt law, or a corrupt church like a Catholic church or something like that, who are also involved in spying. And they live in their local hometown. They don't like anyone building their own empire. They will snatch it all from them because they think that they've got a right to take everyone else's generational wealth, the fruits of somebody else's labour, and whatever they bear for their child or children. So social services are involved. And then they try and drain the divine feminine energy. But again, 10 of Swords in reverse, we've got an Emperor in reverse. So this could be this father figure, 10 of Swords in reverse, who wants to wipe themselves out. Queen of Wands in reverse, this Jezebel energy, they could want to wipe themselves out as well, because they don't want to go to prison for what they've done. again, these death hexes, they've all gone back and they're being exposed. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a lack of compassion, lack of empathy, lack of remorse, because they're psychopaths. Because they're psychopaths. They're very passionate about going on in, okay, and snatching absolutely everything several times or more, and then having this masculine or feminine in this energy when they really should be in this energy. Snatch time and time again because they want them to be in this energy, but they should be in this energy. That's why I said they've got a lack of compassion, lack of empathy, lack of remorse. Alright? I don't know. They could have bought some sort of a motorcycle, or could be linking to some sort of a motorcycle club, but they could have bought a motorcycle or a car, or cars, motorcycles with this money. They could actually even be working and have their own motorcycle sales or car sales is what I'm getting. Motorcycle sales or car sales, and they think they're a player and they think they're well strong and powerful. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. They're disgusting. There's no romantic connection between them. The Knight of Cups in reverse, the one who they took this wealth from, there's no romantic connection between them and the one who they've stolen from. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Two of Pentacles in reverse, so it was very easy for them to transfer this money, try and transfer this money or power or wealth over to them. So there could be a motorcycle company, a car sales company under investigation. We've got Judgment in reverse. They thought that they could avoid judgment by giving out some sort of gifts. Nine of Cups in reverse are an absolute nightmare. The Sun card in reverse, they don't want it to be revealed. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, like they're taking somebody else's work. And they would be seen as like a star or a local celebrity, and they could be involved in a motorcycle club. Five of Swords in reverse. And they were even recruited to be child or children's enemies. And they thought that they could avoid judgment. These absolute fucking cowards. Recruited to even be child or children's enemies because they thought they was well strong and powerful. That's disgusting. So obviously they have got involved in child abduction and maybe quite possibly trying to bump child or children off. And they was even recruiting people to be child or children's enemies. Out of jealousy, out of spite, because they want to keep hold of this wealth, what they've took hold of, and split amongst themselves. That's disgusting. Could be a starseed child who they've been recruited to hate. They've got the Star, Page of Cups. Could be a starseed child who they have been recruited to hate. This is why it's going to hit the news, because they've done this to a starseed child. They was passionate about attacking a starseed child because they've not got a fucking clue. Like I say, anyone will turn on anyone nowadays for a bag of fucking cat, a bag of coke, crack, smack, bit of weed, a bit of money in their bank account, you know, a new bike, a new fucking car, and recruiting people. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Ace of Wands, and then Queen of Wands in reverse. They're very passionate about waving the wand about. So somebody's doing this sexual favour for immunity, and they'll even get the dingly-dangly out, 53-53, to female officers or male officers, these karmics with the world in reverse, to stop it from going to court. They'll even get the dingly-danglies out to stop it from going to court. But, they will. They will. But there's going to be an ending. There is. There's going to be an ending. They're an absolute nightmare, Nine of Cups. They drain the life and light out of many, many people. There's a bad mother figure involved who, with the Five of Swords in reverse, they don't want to be an enemy no more, because they know Four of Swords, they're going to get laid down to rest inside of a prison. Inside of a prison cell. This could be the one, this shit mother figure who's going to get face stamped on in prison, or teeth smashed out, and they're making out like they're depressed. And Six of Cups, it's someone from family, someone from childhood, someone from past. Yeah, 54, 54. Lying all the time. Lying all the time. Could be an old school friend who's going to get their face stamped on in prison. Alright? Lying and playing games. Lie. Because they want this wealth for themselves. That's why, Four of Swords, they're going to get laid down in prison. Alright? It could be an Aquarius. It was like wanting this masculine or feminine to be like hunted down, hate on them, lie on them, spy on them, backstab them, do this for me, do that for me, because they really want to be this masculine or feminine. They're trying to cloak themselves in somebody else's identity. They're doing my fucking head in. Because they want to be seen as in bloody control of like hunting this masculine or feminine down. So they're organised, gang stalking, Five of Cups. They're going to lose their life in prison. They're going to lose their life in prison. Because with this Four of Pentacles, they're going to be surrounded by people who's just as mean as them in prison. Alright? My masculine or feminine has been reunited, got their wealth back, and they're just going to get booted up and down the prison. A lot of them are going to get battered. Look, told ya. They're going to get battered. They're going to get booted up and down the prison. We've got Emperor energy. Could be an Aries also about to get booted in prison. Wow, they're going to get proper battered. Some of these people don't even work either for a living, but all of a sudden they're depositing an extremely large amount of money into their bank accounts. Meanwhile, this masculine or feminine who's been trying to speak out about it, they're in possession as well. Page of Cups in reverse of some sort of child abuse images. They're in possession as well of some sort of child abuse images. Oh my lord. Wow. That's why it's going to hit the news. Because they've done this to someone who's innocent. They've just been attacking them, okay? Creating a lot of stress. Six of Cups in reverse. Being very childish. Playing games because they want this bloody wealth. Because they're not successful in their own life. Everything they've got, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, is from underhanded behaviour. And trying to take control of other people with power of attorney. It's just friggin' ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But like I say, people will switch up on anybody nowadays. Do you know what I mean? For 20 quid, a flash of the friggin' hairpiece or warty Fangita, or a flash of the dingly dangly, and that's it. Oh, we've got a lodge under investigation. We've got a lodge under investigation. They've been doing separation spells. They've done a fake will. Oh, Jesus Christ almighty, yeah. They're on video calls to each other. Pure evil. Just like their pals. They're on calls to each other. And while they've been on some sort of like video calls and what have you, and getting money like transferred to their accounts and what have you, they've all been getting recorded. Even people aged 45 to 50 are involved. So many people involved in cover-up. They wanted fame for doing sick things. Off the back of this masculine or feminine stardom, okay, off the back of this masculine or feminine wealth, off the back of this masculine or feminine financial independence, off the back of the fruits of this masculine or feminine's frigging labour, off the back of this masculine or feminine's bloody work. So, they will get locked up. Alright? They will. Could actually hit international judges. International judges, Court of Justice. It could actually hit international judges. Landlords involved. Okay? Harassment, filing false charges, and illegal entry to property. I'm going to have to put my phone on charge. But even a landlord's involved. because they've been taking this masculine or feminine's identity, okay, but social services are involved as well. So they can just print off, and because it's corrupt government, they can just print off this masculine or feminine's birth certificate, social security number, and open up bank accounts, and they're linking to a lot of that. Sick rituals on children, sexual favours for immunity. So this could be why it's hitting international judges, because they're constantly creating a false narrative, and then you have a lot of jealous people watching you because they're all bloody jealous. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous how many people can be recruited to be jealous, to spy, to lie, to try and end this masculine or feminine, to snatch kiddies, performing all these rituals and death spells and death hexes. Very heavy on the death hex. Very heavy on the death hex. And they've all got demons riding out the back. So they are possessed by multiple demons. They also want like a lack of balance in this masculine or feminine's life. Could have also been doing some sort of binding spells. Lack of justice. So maybe these masculine or feminines experience a lack of justice, and this could be why it's hitting international judges, because undercover investigators are gathering evidence, and there's a lot of strong evidence to convict these. 2 of 1s in reverse, these cowards. There's a lot of strong evidence to convict these cowards. Okay? They've just been watching and studying this person. The bank account's going to get drained to nil under investigation. They're not going to be able to access this money. They could have several different bank accounts in this masculine or feminine's name, overseas or up and down. They tried to take on an archangel. They tried to take on an archangel. They tried to take on a starseed and possess them and their whole world. And this 10 of Wands, they've just got demons riding out the backs. So they tried to possess an archangel. 5 of Swords in reverse. These enemies, they tried to have a starseed, an archangel, and a starseed child. Just because they're jealous of this masculine or feminine's gifts, skills, and the fruits of their labour and their financial stability, because they've got a lack in their own world, and there's a bad mother involved. There's a bad mother involved, or a Taurus, or a Virgo, but definitely like some sort of bad mother. They're trying to spy on an archangel, because a lot of them are soulless. They're having nightmares. Ancestors are attacking them. A lot of them are soulless. They're having nightmares. Maybe the Most High is showing them that this masculine or feminine is going to be successful, and they're going to have lack in prison. Okay? They're going to have lack in prison, because they're going to be lacking everything in prison, because we've got Queen of Swords. Okay? Sentencing them. Could be any star sign, okay? But there's a Queen of Swords who's got a very strong connection. So like I say, they've already been convicted in spiritual court. We've just got to wait for this to go to a good judge, who is then going to convict them in court of law. Surrounding these King of Swords in reverse, these corrupt law, these corrupt medical staff, okay? These corrupt people. Yeah, look, it just wants to go out again. Corrupt, like Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Emperor in reverse. That's the truth. A father figure involved. That is the truth. They're all going to get convicted, and that's why they're trying to block this from happening. And then we've got King of Wands, a Leo, a Sagittarius or Aries. They just wanted this prosperity for themselves. Yeah, so they went all toxic and devilish and very mean and money power hungry, because they wanted this passionate beginning for themselves. They wanted this work for themselves, and that's why they're going to prison. And they're going to be around people who's just as toxic as them, and people who's just as mean, because they're going to maximum security prison. Alright, with a lot of mean ass people. Oh yeah, they're going to maximum security prison with a lot of mean ass people, let me tell you that. They're going to be surrounded by some right mean evil people, but that's what they want. They're evil, and they're going to be surrounded by other people who's pure evil, just as evil as them, and they'll be able to share each other's stories, and then there's just going to be some fucking faces getting stamped on and crushed and all that. I can just see it. It's just going to be awful. But better than be locked up than out on the streets doing this sick shit, innit? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, sending peace, love and light, and thank God for the good law officials.